Okay, well, I think I found somewhere to pitch up. It's not perfect. Now, there was a spot by the lake, and I was half tempted to pitch there, but I'm kind of thinking the lake probably gets, you know, popular, and given that I don't rush off, then I wanted to try and find something, you know, a little bit more remote. Now, I found this spot through here, which is not perfect, but I think it will work if I can get it in about the right place. It's very grassy. Lassie, 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 Lassie. God, fixated by this stone. Oh, Lassie. So I think, Lassie. So I think we'll go there. The only Lassie, 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 come here. Come here, come on. The only slight problem with this spot is the main path up is just over there. But you know, we are a little distance away from it. Plus we're behind this little bank here. So people might not even see us with the tents down here. You know, if the tent's down there, you've got that bank running across literally just here. And then the main path is over there. So we're quite well hidden here, I think. And the wind is coming this way towards the camera, so I can have the door open, pointing, you know, that way. So for once I can actually have a view. There is another rivulet running down here, but it's dry, so we won't be able to collect water from there. It is dry, and then it stops. I don't know where it goes then. Maybe it goes through the grass or something. Oh, I think it goes through there, yeah. It's like this funny little rivulet that kind of just meanders through the grass, but the main path down there has flowing water. It's not very much, but it's enough. You and that stone, Lassie. So I think we'll try and get the tent in here. It should fit in that space through there. Well, here we've got the Hilleberg Enan pitched. I was able to get a peg in down there, but it's always useful having a carabiner and a line, not necessarily as long as this, but just an extra little bit of line that you can try and peg out the Hilleberg corners when sometimes the ground where the only option of putting the peg in is too rocky and stony. So, you know, just be prepared for that. And because I am probably the clumsiest bugger in the entire world, it's never a bad idea to have a spare peg pegged down your line, because it's health and safety and everything. It's not that I'm in the least bit interested in health and safety. It's just I know that I'm a clumsy bugger and that I will trip over that, and I don't want to catch the tent or anything. This side I've pegged out with a shepherd hook because I'm a little bit short on, I've got enough pegs, but I probably could have done with an extra good strong peg, but I'm fine. This side here, it's flappy there kind of by need. There's a stone right there and I can't have that line coming directly across that stone because that stone will cut through that line. It's happened to me with the trail star once before, so I've deliberately brought the line just to the left, which just means that's a little bit flappy there. That peg I was able to get in there with a good V peg. This V peg here bizarrely wouldn't go in where it had to go in, but a carabiner, and then that literally that extra inch was enough to get that peg in there. And then because the wind is coming from this direction, hitting us here, although we're quite sheltered down here, hitting this side, I've put a V peg there. And then front and back, I've put the strongest groundhog pegs in, one there and one the other side. I've had to pitch it this way. Clearly better to pitch it rear to the wind, but one, it's quite sheltered here, so should be okay like that, and two, it's just not possible. I had to pitch it this way. Here we've got water that we can collect. Obviously collect it before your dog goes swimming. Your dog can go swimming up there, your dog can go swimming here, and you've even got a pretty little waterfall. Look at that. Just be careful when you're filming the waterfall that you don't fall off the cliff. Pretty neat little fall there. Fall. There's a fall behind the camera, but that's a fall. And then that's heading down that way. So the main path is kind of goes along there, down by those trees, but that's a pretty decent source of water. This one is probably coming from the lake, I would guess. And camp is somewhere up there. Oh my goodness. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Trust Lassie to find. Trust Lassie to get down to the waterfall. Oh Lassie, you are silly. Just be careful that you don't step over there. That's oh Lassie. Good girl, Lassie. Good girl. You found the water, didn't you? Mind you, that's not a surprise. You're always finding the water, aren't you? You're trying to show the ladies and gentlemen where the water is. Come on. Don't you go falling down there, Lassie. Oh, dear me. Alright, let's go and get our water. Okay, well, we're going to pick up the water here, which we collected there. Lassie can play. Oh God. You're drunk, Lassie, you're drunk. There's alcohol in that water, I think. Welcome to camp. We're going to try the other free sample I got. Miracle of miracles. I actually got 2 free samples from Real Turmat, base camp food. So in the last camp, I used an 8-1, which I must admit was very tasty. The only problem was I forgot to hit record. So we did record some, but we're going to do it again. So I don't know how much these are. I haven't got any links. They're the same as all the others. Stupid money. And I know some of you are saying, oh, he's only eating them and promoting them because he got it free. Well, yes, I did get it free. But to be fair though, I actually do think they taste okay. I know some of you don't like how they taste, you know, and that's, you know, that's fine. If you don't like them, then that's okay. This Treadlite Cuban fibre pouch that is made to measure for this 600 Avenue pot is a bit of a pain to get off, I must admit. I mean, I'll keep using it. I bought it. I wasn't given it, but I'll keep using it because it's lightweight and it obviously fits. But it's a bit on the tight side. It's not the best. The Z-Packs was better. I had a Z-Pack once from a very long time ago, probably 8 years ago, when it finally fell apart. So we're going to make this Real Turmat, not termite, meal. And I must admit, I am rather looking forward to this because I am feeling quite hungry. It's about 600 calories, not quite 600, 547 calories. So it's more than the 400 calorie expedition meals, but obviously not as much as the 800. Obviously. As mentioned, because they're European, it's 3.8 DL. Well, DL is deciliter. So take away the dot, add a 0, and you've got 380 ml of water. So this one uses quite a lot of water. This is nearly 400 ml of water. So that's quite a lot of water. All right, so we're going to put that on to boil. We're going to let that boil, and while that's boiling, so this one is the pulled pork with rice, gluten-free, lactose-free, milk-free, 547 calories. Okay, so the rice is 34%, the pork is 18%. Seems pretty decent. Rice, pork, tomato, onion, pepper, leek, pretty decent stuff in there. Open at the upper tear mark. Add water once it's boiled to the fill line. So you do get a fill line on this one. Make sure to stir well, close, ziplock, leave for 8 minutes. Vacuum ensures food safety. The pouch should be rock hard. Do not consume if the pouch is soft and contents can be shaken. Do they grind it down? Because compared to mine, when you think of all those ingredients, and mine was like really solid pieces of everything. I mean, there's definitely some solid pieces in there. I can see some pepper. I can see rice. That's probably the pork. But I wonder whether do they grind it down or something. That's inside. Okay, so we're gonna let that boil, which will No, you go back, Lassie. Let's put some more old fuel in. Okay, so we're going to let that boil and then we'll be back. This is now boiling. So we've got to wait 8 minutes. So it's 6:32. So effectively then we need to wait until at least 6:40. So the fill line is there. Basically the fill line is the top of the food. I don't know how poor Messner does this lying down in his tent.
The filming.
See, when I do my meals, it's like loads of just solid food. Whereas all of these, it just seems to be a paste. That's why I just wonder whether they just mince it all up once they've done it. About 15 odd minutes, because I had a phone call which took a minute. So looking inside here, it's like a paste, but it's very hot still. You know, even though it was 15 minutes. You can see that is nice. You can see the bits of pork, rice. It's it's like something your old granny with no teeth could eat. I must admit, that is nice. Don't you? You don't even need to chew it. That has hydrated very, very, very well. And the pork is very, very tender. I must admit, that is very, very nice. Okay, there's one bit there that hadn't quite hydrated, but literally one piece so far. It's very hot. You can see pepper, as in, you know, cooked pepper, rice. You can see the bits of onion. I must admit, to be honest, this is nicer than the supermarket things that I've been getting. Which is one reason why I kind of quite like having one of these a trip, or my own a trip. Because the supermarket pasta things, they're okay. I mean, they're cheap. Very, very cheap. But there is no way they're nicer than this. It is so tender. I don't know how one piece was maybe not quite hydrated. I don't know how they do it so well. But that is, it's just so nice. Oh, he's only saying that because he got it for free. He's only saying that because he got it for free. I know. It is nice though. It's so tasty. Oh shit, it's nearly finished. Oh. Alright, well, there's Lassie can lick. That was very, it was so nice. these meals have really come on leaps and bounds in the last few years. I wonder whether the hot pot meals have improved, because the last time I had a hot pot meal it really wasn't very nice. I wonder whether theirs have improved, because that was very, very nice. I really enjoyed that. They could really do with making them just a little bit bigger. I still think that 547 calories, it's not very big. My next meal, which I've got for tomorrow, oh bugger, sorry. Off camera. But oh Jesus, there it is. I mean, that's a minimum. That's a minimum of 9 3/4 out of 10. I mean, that was super nice. So tomorrow I've got beef stroganoff with rice. So it's kind of like the closest that I could get, because not sure that Expedition Foods does pork. I'm not sure. I don't know. But this one I'm going to have tomorrow, and this is only 400 calories. Water required 100 ml. 450 calories. So tomorrow's is 450 calories, and what we just had was 547, so not even 100 calories more. 547, and tomorrow 450, so not even 100 calories more. I suppose if you just want, a light bite, I suppose lower makes sense, and then the 800 that Expedition Foods makes more sense. I just think that 550 is kind of like in between, isn't it? If they don't want to do 800 like this, I kind of just would have thought that, because I mean, I'm still feeling a bit peckish. Mind you, I've not had soup, and admittedly I've not had much of else to eat, but if you're going to do 550 calories, then you could kind of argue that, you may as well do 650, 700. If you don't want to do, if you don't want to do a big 800 one, because 800, that's quite a lot. And that was quite filling when I had the 800. But these are, you could almost do with just a little, that, like I said, 400 I think is like a light bite. But that was so nice. And I didn't even tear off the other tear offy thing, because you make it lower. Oh, that was so nice. I did enjoy that. Thank you very much, Base Camp Food, for my free meal. If you want to give me any more, meals, I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say no to some more. Oh, that was nice. I did enjoy that. I just think it's nicer than the pasta things that you get in the supermarket. But like I said, the problem is they're like £10 or something silly like that each. And if you're only out for once or twice, that's fine. I'd say get these. If you're only out once or twice occasionally, then you get these. They're really nice. But if you're out quite a lot, then I think you've got to look at supermarket stuff, because it's just too much otherwise. Oh my goodness, that was good. I did enjoy that. Okay, all right, well, that's enough of me. Oh God, 7 o'clock. I'll show you my view. That's not a bad view. Some local hills, and then way over in the distance some farmland or something. Definitely a case of enjoying the sunshine today, because I think rain is coming in tonight. I don't know what it is with GoPro, but I was chatting away, talking about the weather, and I'm sure there was about 10 or 15% battery left, and then the GoPro died, low battery. Anyway, we got a new battery in, so what I've got is one power pack is charging up 2 GoPro batteries, because I think both of these GoPro batteries are, one was from last night, one is from now, so I'll let that charge up, and then I'll use the other power pack. I brought plenty of power. It's one reason my pack's always so heavy, because I never skimp on power. You know, I just can't afford to run out of power. One, there's the cameras and what have you, the GoPro batteries and everything. And two, I just like to be able to look at my phone. You know, obviously there's the mapping on the phone, so that's one thing. But I just like to be able to, you know, look at the news or look at YouTube or something like that. So for me, power is very, very important. So I never skimp on power. So I've got 2 quite big power packs, and they weigh a bit. So looking at the forecast, so the rain's starting to come in at 4 a.m. tomorrow in the morning, 50%, 7 a.m. 80%, 10 a.m. 80%, 1 p.m. 60%, 4 p.m. 50%, 7 p.m. 70%, 10 p.m. 80%. And that's for Ligny Fan Foire, which is one of these. So I think tomorrow is going to be another wet day. So the plan tomorrow in that rain, because we're at Ligny Fan Foire. Yeah, so we're at Foire. So we're going to climb up the top, and then basically we're going to find somewhere to camp on the other side. On the other side, that is basically the plan tomorrow. And the wind is going to come from the west to the east, so it's going that way across. So we could do with something a little bit sheltered if possible. We'll have a look. Maybe we could try and get below Fanfac on the hillside, but just down a bit. We'll see. I just popped out, and there's a little sheep. There's a little sheep to say hello. Couple of sheep. One sheep there and one just over that. Just over there. And that's a stone. That's a stone there. That's not a sheep. That's a stone. Oh. God, you've got wind farms all over there. whole load of wind farms over there. Look at them. Comments below. What do you think about wind farms? Who agrees with me? One or two nuclear power stations. Tuck them away somewhere. Nowhere near Putin, preferably. Just tuck a couple, 2 or 3 nuclear power stations somewhere and get rid of those stupid, blot on the landscape wind farms. Ugly things. Got to be all green now, see? Can't have all this dangerous stuff. Got to be green. All right, barefoot, so I'm very careful where I'm putting my feet. I always look at the ground around me, you know, just to make sure I'm not standing on anything, you know, like a stinging insect or something. It's always good just to pop out, just check all your pegs are all nice and tight and in position. Oh. Oh, looks good. Looks like Sean the sheep's just wandered down there. Time it's 7:15. Oh, it's a little bit cool. It's just a little bit cool in the evenings now. Even with that sun. Okay, well, I just wanted to pop out just to... Oh, I was going to take a photograph of the tent. That's what I was... I knew there was a reason for coming out. I wanted to take a photograph. Yeah, okay, I'll stop talking and take a photograph.